Yeah, like I was talking to one of my
Like,
friends from
let's
high
be
school
honest.
yesterday, and he's like he graduated, finished his master's. And he's like, there's not really a way to meet people once you get out of school. Like it's really hard unless you're super outgoing or you're in like a
Yeah.
big friend group. It's really hard meeting people.
But I also feel like it's like one of those things where it's like you just got to get over it. I feel like most guys just don't do it because you formulate responses or ways it's gonna go in your head. What's up?
Think about what you're about to say. Do you do that?
No, I can you let me land? Like it's always it's you let me finish my thought at least before you cut me off and scrutinize. I was gonna do it myself, but thank you for bringing that part up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 49 of the O2 podcast.
Yes,
How are you
sir.
boys doing today?
Yo, Shakir, you see this?
Yeah, I got you it.
Yeah.
Bitch ass team.
Who? What app got smoked? What app got smoked by the B team?
Yeah, it's a bad time, bro.
We'll get
It's a
we'll
bad time.
we'll get to Madrid's woes in a minute, but this week, actually not this week, the past 2 weeks or so, I got two very interesting stories that I thought I wish Ibra was here to share with you guys, but I thought it would be good to give a report. The first one is one of my coworkers who I work with. He's actually became one of my favorite people. It's like you guys ever had that coworker where you're happy to go into work because you're gonna like see them and like have
No,
good.
I hate all my coworkers.
You can say that now.
Yeah, fuck them. Actually,
Yeah.
two of them gave me recommendations, so they're cool. Fuck everyone else.
You can say that now.
So one of my coworker friends, like, and we talk. We're the same age, so we get to talk about like everything. And right now, the most prevalent thing in his life is like his dating life. Like he wants to he's like, oh, like I want to settle down or whatever. But like he it also comes with the territory is like he's very shy. So what do shy people who need to find what to do? Hinge, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna let my boys are talking. My boy's a charming individual. He knows how to once he's in there, he knows how to sway his way. So every time we'll talk and then like I'll ask him for advice, he'll give me some advice. We like go back and forth in terms of dating. So recently, like he's been like going like the dating has picked up. Like he's going on like, trial and error. Like he's going on coffee dates, doing what he has to do. So one day we go into lab and he's like, I got this date, and he's like, I got a coffee date. We are going to coffee, but he scheduled it so that like because he has lunch with his parents right after. So he's like, I scheduled from like 11 to 12, and I love that so that like it doesn't need to go over. Da 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 da. So he scheduled it, goes on a coffee date, comes back. He's like everything like he's like it went well. Like she works at there's this company, not this very prevalent company in the area. It's called Epic, and they like hire like a lot of people.
Oh, the
Like,
game?
The game they made
Epic
Fortnite.
Games.
Epic Games.
I didn't know that's what it was. I just know it's called Epic.
Yeah,
But
they made. That's why a lot of people are moving to Wisconsin because that's where Epic's headquarters are.
damn, I didn't know that. But he so met this girl. Everything's going. The first date goes well. He's like, and the thing is, he didn't even get a cut or anything. He just like went in there nonchalant. So he everything's going well. He's like, da da cool. Second date happens, and then he comes back and he's like, I feel like she's love bombing me. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And then he's like, she's like calling me like her handsome boy. She's like he's like calling me the sweetest guy ever. And I'm just like, you just met me. So already he picked out the fact that the love bombing was happening right there and then. So and he was like, I think I might be getting this wrong because he's the only. The funny thing is, he's the only coworker I have that knows about this podcast. So he sees the clips and stuff. So if I get it wrong, let me know. I think the second date was when she had invited him up to her place, and he was like,
She was trying to get crushed.
and he was like I just met you. I don't really like feel comfortable. So like that didn't happen the second date. So the third day happened, and I think I also didn't mention the second day. She offered to pay. Like she was like, I'm taking you out. I'm gonna pay. Which like
Free food is free food, man.
so. But he was like, I don't know. Like it just seemed like she was trying to move up way too quick. They had conversations like everything, but he like is the kind of guy that wants to like take it slow, let it marinate, like build something genuine.
Yeah.
After the third date happens, he comes to work, and usually I know when these dates are happening. I know the next time I'm going to see him. So usually the first thing I think about when I see him is like, oh, how did they go? And after the third date, I see when I was like, how did they go? He like looks at me, puts his head down, and walks away. In my head, I'm like, what could have happened that was so bad? Like you were just hyping this girl up not too long ago,
She's scaring the bros. What can I say?
bro. So eventually we get in a safe space so we could talk about it. We get back in lab, and he was like, it's just like this is the first time he's gotten the ick. Like he thought people were exaggerating it. But he genuinely got the ick. And I was like, what could it have been that like gave you the. So it's like I think they went to her place and they had dinner, and then after dinner they went back to his place. I'm guessing for a sleepover, something along those lines.
The
And
second date?
third,
Sleepover on the third date? Is he
concept.
white?
No, Middle Eastern. He so I think they went over to his place and they had gotten intimate, and then he was like one of his biggest icks is when like someone calls him daddy, and like she did it, and like he got like a major ick. Like he was like it was like basically yeah. The two logged off.
Wait, like saying it during the deed,
From
or like
context,
just
I
in
think so.
general?
From
Okay.
context, I think so.
Probably doing it.
And he's like that gave him a major ick. So for the rest of the night, like he had to like fake a migraine and be like yeah, like he didn't want no parts of that. I think he ended up driving her back. The sleepover didn't happen. So then the whole week while this is happening, he's figuring out a way to let her down. Like he's one of those guys that he doesn't ghost, which I 100% respect. He would like text her and be like, hey, I just don't think this is a good fit, and like give a reason and just like leave it there. So he's figuring out ways to like text her. So one day I come home from work, and mind you, we've been talking about this all week. He's just like, I just got to figure out a way. Like like something about it. She's like, I'm being love bombed. He's like, and then he was like, he has this thing, and I have the same thing too. Where it's like when you start to dislike somebody, your brain automatically comes up with more reason as to why you should hate them. So at that point, he's like, what am I even doing here? Right? So throughout the week, like all this is going on. Blah, blah, blah. I come home one day, and usually I come home from work, I take a nap before I go to the gym. So I take a nap, and I'm about to get up, and I'm about to like eat and go. I get a text from my phone. He's like, bro, you will never believe what happened. I'm like, what? Like he starts giving me context, and so apparently he told the girl. So he faked the migraine, mind you. The migraine was never real. He faked it to get rid of her. During the week, she had went and got him like a card, flowers, soup, a whole bunch of other things.
Oh, she's a lover girl.
From a
She's
migraine?
lover
It's not.
girl.
Those are things you give for a fever.
So, but he told
She's
me
a lover girl, bro. At least she's trying.
he was feeling sick, and she got all these stuff, and then was like, I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm coming over to your place, and da da da. I'll be there in a couple of minutes. So he's like reading it, and he starts panicking because he don't know where the fuck this is going. So he goes outside to meet her, and then she like hands him the goodie basket, and he's like, no, I can't take this. But I'm guessing she thought he was being modest, but the nigga was like, I really don't want to take this. And then he like took the goodie bag, went upstairs, and he was like, he didn't even know what to do. And then after that, he broke up with her. But prior to like ending it, he bought some of the snacks. Those were some good shit. Those were some good snacks. But that was, I remember I was laughing so hard, and I was like, the question, like, do you guys think he was in the wrong for the situation?
That was you, huh?
Actually, no, I don't.
With that,
You
with that
don't
You don't want some
girl?
free. You don't want some free snacks.
But the thing is,
You don't want some free snacks.
I value my peace a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
You can stay in peace with snacks.
but like,
Goldfish.
there's no satisfaction in taking something from me, knowing I have no intention of like building this relationship further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get that. Look, I feel bad for her. Like, imagine you do that shit, and then you go home, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't want any of this shit." Or
I low-key felt bad, but then I was like, I don't know how else he would have handled it, because it's either A, you sticking in there and ride it for as long as you want to ride it, which it seemed like it would have taken a long time. B, you ghost her, which I don't think that's a nice thing to do either. Or like, I don't know any viable options. I think with the hand that he had, he played the best card he could have played.
Yeah, he told her up front after, like, hey, I don't see this going anywhere.
Did he block her after?
No, she removed him from Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Which valid.
That's fair. I would have done the same.
It's valid. So
no. What is her ethnicity, if I may ask?
White.
Take a guess.
It's Wisconsin.
Fair enough.
I was like, I feel like you'd benefit a lot more from like a face-to-face interaction. I was like, I feel like the things you're looking for is like, I've not heard bro had a bad first date ever. Like all the time he's able to like make his way through to like get the person interested. So I was like, I feel like you just need to like learn how to approach someone, because the kind of love you're looking for, it's like.
But in this day and age, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was talking to one of my friends from high school yesterday, and he's like he graduated, finished his master's, and he's like, there's not really a way to meet people once you get out of school. Like, it's really hard, unless you're super outgoing or you're in like a big friend group. It's really hard meeting people.
but I also feel like it's like one of those things where it's like you just got to get over it. I feel like most guys just don't do it because you formulate responses or ways it's gonna go in your head. What's up?
Think about what you're about to say. Do you do that?
No, I. Can you let me land? Like it's always you let me finish my thought at least before you cut me off and scrutinize. I was gonna do it myself, but thank you for bringing that part up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like I mean, at least for these days, it's like my thing is it's the in my head I will play out the reaction, and I play out the worst possible scenario. And I feel like if I go up to a person in public, the worst possible scenario I can get is ew.
No, I feel like middle school traumatized all of us.
Yeah.
Middle school traumatized all of us. Because that is the only time I've ever heard anyone say that. And I'm just like,
Bro. So it's like
never again.
No, but here's the counterpoint, right? You see someone outside and you want to approach them, right? You know nothing about them at this point. Versus, let's say on Hinge, you match someone. You at least have some information about them going into it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
and
like
also you kind of know that they find you
so
rough attractive.
So how can you say that like meeting someone in person will give you better results?
You're raw dog.
Because like
I'm not saying we're giving. I'm saying like I'm not saying the better results like universal. I feel like some people can really use the Hinge algorithm and use that to find like that set of sequences of way to find a partner works for some people. I just don't think it works for him. Like him, knowing him for the past couple of months, him something that I feel like he would benefit more from being able to like be comfortable talking to somebody in person and then doing it. Also, because the thing is, what's happening is, yes, he's meeting these people, but these people, you present what you want the other person to see on Hinge. So most of the stuff that
the online dating game.
I mean, of course, but that's what like the in-person meeting is for, not to verify that.
Where it's like if had he talked to her in person, he would have picked this up immediately because he picked up the love bomb. The minute they spent more than an hour together, the love bombing happened. He called out immediately. He's like,
in an hour is crazy.
Yeah, he was like, he was like she was like my handsome boy, and like what was the other one? And like, oh my god, you're the sweetest person ever. He's like, girl, you don't even know me. You just met me. He's like, I could be a serial killer cosplaying as this nigga for all you know, and you don't know me. So stuff like that. I was like, I feel like
Is she cute though?
Not my cup of tea, but
because what I would say is, to a certain extent, the ratio of badness overrides the madness. You know, it's the badness and madness ratio. If she was bad enough, he could have overlooked it for an extended amount of time. That's the best way I could put it. Let's keep it a buck.
But that's also another problem is that we just let attractive people get away with anything.
Okay, but evolutionarily, we just go with our eyes first.
That's true.
And then as we talk, we communicate, we see that there's a bit of madness behind the veil, and it's just like, wow.
But I guess in this case, the madness over Trump the madness.
Oh yeah.
Immediately.
He said, I don't want none of this.
The minute it got to a point where he could no longer control it, he said, oh, I'm out. Oh, man, funny guy. The second story, which when I wish Ibrahim was here, is you guys know who this is actually. I have permission to tell the story, but I just can't say who it is. We have for the viewers, we have one of our other friends who like works. He's like actually very close to me. Actually, I'm just never like.
Yeah, you two are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and he recently has started some advances with a coworker. Right before I tell you the story, some days I forget. I have some of the most like hilarious group of people around me. It's nowhere close. So like it's one of those things where he like every time something major happens, he randomly call the phone. It's a group chat with me, him, and Ibra, and then we'll chop it up. And so he calls us one day, and he's like, he got Ibra first. I was busy that day, so he called Ibra, and he gave Ibra the rundown. So I came up after, and he was like, yeah, like he met this girl, and it was like at first. So he's an Alabama fan for college football. And then I guess through the grapevine, she also found out and like I guess either teamed him or something on a work platform. Seen him was like something about.
So she hit him up.
Yeah,
so she initiated.
It's a setup.
Yeah.
It's a setup.
This story's not going where you think it's going. It's not going where you think it's going. So he like, so initially like they started talking to that. They started hanging out and they had all went out one day. And when they went out, like he was like he felt like he was being kind of she was being kind of touchy. Like she was throwing him hints, but he's like he doesn't want to catch something that's not there. Like he doesn't want to like perceive it something, and then you end up trying to shoot your shot, and she's like, and then all of a sudden your job is yeah. So he was like, he like just let it go. So afterwards, after they had left the function, he had texted her on some like, maybe I was reading too much into this, like let her know, and like he's like we could keep it cordial, and she was like no, don't keep it cordial. I knew what I was doing, so shoot, my boy's in there. So eventually we see what the girl looks like, Caucasian, And that's very important in the story. Extremely important. So,
Why is it always Caucasian with you guys?
With you guys.
with you
With
guys,
you guys.
What do you mean? If you want to
Okay,
say
actually,
niggas, just say
what
that.
do you mean by that, Shakir? What do you mean by that?
You want to say niggas, just say that.
Individuals
turn this
living in the
nigga-
Midwest. Individuals living in the Midwest.
Ah.
What he means is niggas from West Africa.
So eventually, so when he had first called us, that was the first time they had went out on a date, and they had went out on a date, and he like, oh, it went well, like super, and then he starts describing like traits about her that he values. It's on. I can't even sit on the platform. Like it was borderline just funny, right? And then like eventually they start hanging out. Like he's telling her like this is now her third black man back to back to back. So he's like he's like number three.
Why does he already know all this information?
The thing is,
She's trying to fuck.
very upfront about stuff. Like she's not
Okay.
she's recording it, and like I think at our age, like we're past the whole why are we playing games to get to where we need to get to.
Not everyone
People
is
need to
though.
know, and like let's know if we could make something work or not. So he like is like, oh, he really likes her, finds her like very attractive. Like boxes are ticking, and the only issue is they work together. So he had told her, and he was like, yo, like you need to keep it P when we're at work. Like none of that. Like you don't even. And then it's funny because Ebro was like, let me just go ahead and get your Indeed account ready for you, my boy. Like so we can set you up after this all goes to hell. So he's like, they don't work in the same team. I guess it's like different teams, just similar departments.
Yeah.
So he's like, everything should be chill. This, that, and the third. And then like from now on a weekly basis, they've been going out. So like, and it's always when I wake up from a nap. I wake up from a nap one day, I have a missed call from him. So I call him back, and then he's like, we're like talking. It wasn't the first time I came up. We're like talking to the, and then he like goes on the phone and he goes, how did I forget to tell you guys this? I got put in cuffs yesterday. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like,
How's that not the first thing you say?
that's what, like, mind you, the call went on for like maybe like 20 minutes before he got to that point. And he's like, yo, let me tell you the story. So obviously, I'm so confused because there's so many ways this could go. Like, I don't know where this is leading, but I'm intrigued. So he was like, yeah, a couple of nights ago, they had went out to a bar or something, and they had, like, he had gotten a couple of drinks, she had gotten a couple of drinks. They had, like, but before he left, he made sure he had sobered up, which I don't know how that works, but kudos to him. So they had sobered up, and they were driving, I guess, to the same location. So
Drinking and driving.
so he was driving, but they came in different cars. So she was driving her car behind his, and he was going. So from the way he described it, I guess someone was driving too slow, so he overtook them. But apparently, you're not supposed to do that.
You're
Well,
not.
is it a like
Probably a one way.
one
Probably
way?
a one
Yeah.
way lane. Like
Like,
single
did he
lane.
go into the other lane?
Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
single lane. Because you're
Yeah.
not going to be put over if it's a double lane.
Yeah.
So he definitely went into the opposite direction of
And
traffic.
Because that lane, the cars are coming this way.
Yeah.
So it's very illegal.
So and it overtook that car, and then I guess the girl did the same, right? So they're driving, and then the girl shoots him a text, and it's like, I think the cops are tailing us, right? So obviously,
So she's texting on top of being drunk while driving.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so they had, I guess they had texted. So but he had noticed it, so he's like, so they were. So as they're going, he gets stopped by the cops, right? And he's like, on top of all this, he has an open bottle in his back seat. So the cops come to him and was like they like no interrogations, and they asked him to step out the car, and then they had to put him in handcuffs, and then they like got to like do anything. Thankfully, by the grace of God, nothing really happened. He just got a couple of warnings, and I guess a couple of tickets, but they didn't book him for DUI. Like he was like, the cop definitely saw that he let me off without free. The girl gets stopped for like literally, the girl also gets stopped and only gets let off for a warning. So obviously, black boy in America, you just got put in cuffs. You're a little bit traumatized. Like that shit would do something to your soul, right? So they go back to the crib. The girl's like, "Are you okay? Like, is there anything I can?" He was like, "Bitch, the fuck out!" But you didn't see me get put in cuffs. But he didn't tell that. But he was like, he got so aggravated at the fact. And then what do you call it? He had like they kept going back and forth, and she was like, "Don't take your frustrations out on me." And I remember he was on the call, so heated, and I was like, at this point, and this is the point that killed me. He was like, not gonna lie, if they asked me to take a breathalyzer test, I would have said no. I know my rights. And Ibra backed up the camera and was like, Let me tell you exactly what you make 50 seconds gonna look like, right? And then he told me to replay it. And he's like, "Why? This is what he said." He was like, "I was like, I'm not doing the because I know my right." He's like, "Let me go and turn his body cam."
Go ahead and call your mom real quick.
Just go ahead. Just.
He said, "Go ahead, tell your family goodbye real quick."
It was so funny, and we were like talking about it, and the question of like being like, have you guys ever been stopped by the cops or no? I haven't.
I have.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, and it's like Ebro was saying, like it's one of those things where it's like it's like one of those things that happen to like minority groups that you can't explain to someone who doesn't get it. Like it's either you get it or you don't.
Well, it depends on the situation and how you're treated in the situation. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Severity of what's happening. Like driving under the influence. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a cop, you going to jail. You going to jail. I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, whatever you are. You going to jail. You could be a priest. But it's like I get it. Like obviously being black, you're treated differently. You're automatically most of the cases seen as hostile even before anything. But in his case, that could be traumatizing. Then again, this nigga was drinking and driving and reading text messages while overtaking niggas in the opposite direction of
Yeah.
traffic.
It's not like the cops pulled him over.
That's three different things, bro. Like, if he was just driving, right? The girl was following him and he just got pulled over for no reason. Okay, but bro,
You can't do
he
something
walked.
illegal.
He
and then
walked
be
into
like,
that
it's
stress.
the system.
No, but yeah, I get it. Like, still, no matter what, I understand how he's feeling because that's just stressful when you get pulled over.
I guess
You never know what's gonna happen.
that's true. His frustration came from the fact that I think the girl also got stopped over in the same breath, and she got let off for a warning, but he ended up getting all these tickets for
Yeah,
See,
but
it's a girl.
one, yeah. First, it's a girl. Two, it's a white girl. Three, in Wisconsin.
No, not in Wisconsin.
Oh, well, I know, but you know,
But no,
it's
it was.
pat on the wrist.
Oh my god, I was, and it was like borderline. He was like, he doesn't, and Ebro was like, if you're actually serious about this girl, you need to like sit her down and talk her. Like you have to do it. And in my head, I was like, this is something you give somebody you think is your wife. Like
Yeah.
your sneaky link for your play at work isn't. You're not. There's no reason
First
to
of all,
go.
there
You
shouldn't
gotta
even
explain
be
all
play.
this too.
There
Yeah.
shouldn't
Yeah,
even be play at work. Like point blank, period.
I would
Yeah,
just.
Niggas,
Quadro.
niggas
I would
fucking
just
with
Yeah,
their paper,
Quadro.
bro.
my whole thing with the dealing with coworkers is I think it depends on how exactly you decide to go about it. Right?
I have one last question we can talk about.
What's up?
So I saw this question on TikTok, right? It's what is one crime you would do, and then after you do it, that crime will never happen again in history.
Line in court.
Lying in court. Okay. Why?
Why?
Because I need to pick a crime where
But then you have to go to court first.
no, that's like
So you'd have to do a crime to get there.
yeah, but my thing is okay. Hear me out. So this question is so complex because I can't commit such a heinous crime. Like there are a lot of crimes I'd like to get stopped, but I don't want to be the one to commit it. I could live with line in court.
But here's the thing: technically, you already aren't supposed to lie in court. People go to court and they just say the truth in a way that is beneficial to them. Without
Wait, Shakir, what would
Yeah.
you do?
What would you do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question to you.
Would you like some kids?
Like
Huh?
What are you willing to
I-
do for the kids?
I remember the guy.
Why are you looking at me
I
weird,
saw-
bro?
The
If
guy
you
I
commit
saw,
this crime, it will never ever be committed again.
the guy,
I said line in court.
no, the guy that answered the question, he's like, "Listen, I'm big on protecting kids and women."
Would you?
Would you
How far are you willing to go
Not that far.
for humanity?
Not
for
far.
humanity to protect every woman and child
I,
henceforth?
I couldn't commit.
Honestly, the crime I'll commit is just kill another person.
So you would kill someone.
Yeah, and then no one will commit that crime by killing someone.
And you're okay with killing someone and going to jail for
Yeah,
it? Okay.
I mean, I'll sleep well at night.
Yeah, no, he's better. I would just go line perjury, line in court. then after everyone after me, there's an automatic. Like there are some crimes I think about, and I'm just like, there's no way. Like the level of sick
No.
you have to be to.
No,
No,
you know what? Ponzi scheme. I'm tired of all these Ponzi schemes.
No, but the thing is, if you like do it, that other people can do it, it just won't be a crime.
You didn't specify that.
you didn't specify. I
Is
thought
You didn't say that.
Oh no, yeah,
mean,
you're right.
nobody
So
else-
it
You said,
just won't happen.
you said you do it and it won't happen. Meaning if
It
I
won't
do a
happen
Ponzi
again.
scheme, no one will ever do a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Nah,
Because I think Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. But that's just me though.
ever since he got his W-2 back, he's-
So I've been madder than a
It's been
bitch.
moved.
And the fact that I'm moving back home means it's gonna get worse.
at least you're not paying rent.
But Quadro, I'm going to start having to after a couple months.
You have a couple.
And
months.
also besides rent, there's other shit in
Just
that city that fucks up your whole vibe. NYC
Yeah.
local city tax. The fuck you mean?
He-
Have you ever read your W-2?
no, I just say how much money they take, how much I made, and just call it a day.
Federal, state, local.
Yeah,
And then last time I read it, they also charged Bronx.
I didn't know that.
I saw a
I
minus
ain't
for the
never seen that
Bronx.
shit.
And the worst part, the state taxed me and required me to pay them on my birthday.
How much money do you have to pay them?
Almost 2K. For an internship I did.
Were you not paying taxes on your?
I paid taxes. They said I paid too little. How could I have paid too little if y'all were in charge of taking my money?
You fucked up, and now I have to pay. What the fuck?
On my birthday. Or they're gonna add fees to that. I got beef with the government. And it's because of I understand why niggas do tax evasion.
Like,
I completely understand.
I want to get rich to the point where I can do stuff and I don't have to pay taxes because these billionaires don't pay shit. They don't pay shit.
Yeah.
That's a little like.
You, nah,
You could do it
you
right
know
now.
what you gotta do? You just donate the money to me, and I donate the money to Quasi, and then
No,
Quasi
not
donates the
that.
money
Just
to
start
you.
a non-profit.
Yeah,
No one tracks that money.
I'm the non-profit.
Shakir Foundation.
You know what's funny? What do you call it? Ibra didn't tell you. I guess he'll tell you this when you get on. He got fired. Did you guys know that?
Oh no,
Nope.
what?
Ibra's borderline hilarious. He got fired and got a job within the same week. He moves like Trish from whatchamacallit.
From
Austin and
Austin
Alley.
and Alley.
He'll tell you guys the story when he gets back. But long story short, that happened, and then he had, I guess, so he's in the middle of starting his new job. That's why he's busy. So so yesterday I
Is
had
the
to
new
go-
job and another what's it called?
Car.
No, he's done selling cars, which is a shame. But
Oh, damn.
I think he's doing something marketing related. I didn't ask too much questions. I just let him tell a story, and when he was done, you know how
Tell
niggas
the
are.
nigga to come join us in finance. He went for the degree anyway.
I needed to buy a car.
I know. But he was like, "What do you?" So yesterday I had people over and we were trying to watch a show. So obviously, you know how we split up the streaming services. He's in charge of Netflix. So I go on Netflix. It's talking about update payment. So obviously, in true nigga fashion, I call him. Why he's on speaker? So I call him and I was like, "Yo, bro, like you plan on updating the payment anytime?" So he's like, "No, actually, I asked him for the password." And he was like, "I can give you the password, but ain't nothing there for you."
Wait, you put him on speaker at the party?
I didn't know I don't know that's what he was gonna say. Like he just like I just called him to be like because I thought it was gonna be a quick like update. I just thought maybe he forgot or like the card guy canceled like something. He was like, you know how many things are sitting void in my card. And he got mad at me and he was like, if you don't watch Netflix so bad, how about you put your card in? Oh my god.
Nigga said, "Fucking calling me for get paid when they get paid, nigga."
He's like, bro, when I touch some money, bro, I'll take care of it. But as of now, no. Oh, man.
Fair.
Damn, we are all like changing jobs. That's crazy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's another great episode of the O2 podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Peace.